All right, you guys, I told you this was going to be kind of an enduro show, so let's get into it. We left off with the glasses. Now, let's talk about shoes. Anybody who's seen any pictures or any coverage of the Enduro World Series last year and any of the magazines, websites, had to see this high-vis yellow shoe. All right, it was worn by almost virtually everybody in the European side for sure. A lot of American riders. This is the Mavic-Crossmax Enduro shoe, and it is aimed squarely at the Enduro market, and for good reason. First of all, Mavic has been around for years. You see them sponsoring the Tour de France. You see the yellow car, hence the yellow signature color. Now, this shoe does come in black as well, by the way, if you don't like the high-vis yellow, but I think it looks cool and it'll help you be seen. But more importantly is why the Enduro shoe? Well, it's really a cross between the cross-country shoe and the big bulky downhill shoes that we've all been wearing. And I think the big bulky is kind of going away. But the Mavic has a lot of key features in this thing that are really cool. First of all, it features an Ergo light ratchet system, so it's a single ratchet tightening. The laces are a speed lace. Simply pull them up, cinch it down, and you're ready to rock and roll. And then, of course, taking from another shoe, a couple other shoes, it's got a great cover for that lace cover. All of this is important because if you ride in inclement weather, or even out here in Arizona where it's dusty and whatever, you want to keep not only your laces clean, you want to keep the product and your feet warm, or not warm, but you want to keep it dry if it's raining. And so this really keeps everything nice and tidy and clean. But it's not extremely hot. It has a lot of breathable material in here just for that very purpose. They didn't want to make it be sweltering, but they needed to give you protection. So this gives you protection from your laces, and it cinches down really well with the Ergo system. Another thing you'll notice is that it is a three-quarter cut. Up here at the top, we've got a neoprene. It's really like a little seal that wraps around your ankle, again, keeping the dust out, the rocks out, the rain, the mud, and it just keeps you a little bit drier and gives you a little more protection. It's a great idea. It's super breathable. And it will be comfortable for a long time. The shoe also features a really thick Ergo-like tongue that's very, very breathable. It's very perforated, and I will see if I can show that to you here. But it really wraps around the foot. It's a three-quarter wrap, so the tongue doesn't float around. It's not going to slide around your shoe. It's got a piece of elastic in here. When you slide it in, you're ready, you're good to go. It wraps your foot and engulfs it. Very comfortable shoe. Again, aimed at the Enduro market, but perfectly at home in an all-mountain, all-day ride. Now the shoe also has a very stiff toe up here in the front, so if you rack or rock, you're going to be protected. It's also got a pretty solid heel cup in here, and the sole. This is their own Mavic sole, so your excursions off the bike are not completely uncomfortable. The shank in the shoe, that's the thing that's really important to me, is how efficient is it, how pedal efficient is it. Very stiff. We haven't got to ride these, obviously they're brand new, but we're going to put these to the test here in the next month or two. We're going to start riding them next week, but we're going to make sure we put some time in on the seat on these to make sure that you guys are getting your money's worth out of it. Again, this is a $189 price point shoe, which is fantastic, I think, for a shoe. It's fairly lightweight. It's medium between, like I said before, cross-country and downhill, but this is all the rage for enduro, Super D, and again, more casual all-day riding, and you don't want to be cross-country race shoes that are carbon soled. But the shank on this is extremely stiff. It's going to be pedal efficient, I can tell you that right now, having spent a couple years in the shoe industry, and that is the shoe that we're going to be testing, and it is, again, a $189 price point. You can find out more about this just by going to Mavic.com, or Mavic if you want to say it correctly.